Have you ever stopped and wondered what makes someone truly good at math? I mean, is it just about cranking out the right answer, or is there something deeper going on? Well, today we're going to dive into a way of thinking about math that puts logic first, way before just memorizing formulas. And we're going to see how one platform, Upfunda, is making this whole philosophy come alive for young students.
For any parents out there, this probably sounds super familiar. You're looking at your child's math homework and you're kind of wondering, are they really getting it? Or are they just, memorizing the steps to pass the test? That question right there, that's the critical difference we're going to unpack. Okay, let's really break this down. School math, a lot of the time, is about remembering facts. The question might be something like, what digit is in the ones place? Simple enough, right? It's recall. But a logic-based approach, the kind you see in math competitions, flips the script. It asks, how many numbers between 10 and 20 have a ones digit that's bigger than their tens digit? Whoa, see the difference? One is about remembering. The other is about thinking. And that gap, that little space between just knowing a fact and actually thinking with it, that's exactly where so many kids hit a wall. They can follow the rules on a worksheet just fine, but the second a problem asks them to think outside the box, they get stuck. And it's so important to get this, it's not about how smart they are. It's about the way they've been taught to approach math in the first place. So, if that's the gap, how do we build a bridge over it? Well, that's exactly where a platform like Upfunda comes into the picture. It was literally designed to build that bridge, to develop those crucial logical thinking skills right from the very beginning. So what is Upfunda really? At its heart, it's a self-study platform that's all about building thinking skills. It uses this amazing mix of puzzles, word problems that really make you think, and even real-life scenarios to make math feel less like a dry formula and more like a superpower for solving cool problems. And it's all built for kids in grades 1 through 5. And this isn't just a random bunch of worksheets either. Nope, it's a complete, carefully designed journey. Let's just take a quick walk through what that looks like from first grade all the way to 5th. So it all starts right here in grade 1, just laying down a super strong foundation with basic logical ideas and some fun word problems to get them started. Then, when they move into grade 2, it's all about building on top of that foundation, really encouraging them to look at problems from a few different angles. Now in grade 3, this is where things get really interesting. They start bringing in some of those trickier Olympiad-style concepts that are designed to really stretch their thinking. And that momentum just keeps building through grade 4, getting them ready to tackle problems that need some pretty clever strategies to solve. Until finally, by the time they hit grade 5, the goal is total mastery. And we're not just talking about mastering problems, we're talking about mastering a whole new way of thinking that they'll use for years. So that's the what. But the how is just as, if not more important, right? How do they actually make this fun and not just, another chore? Well, it all breaks down into 4 really cool learning zones. First up, you've got the practice lab. Think of this as the place where students really get to roll up their sleeves and get their hands dirty. With over 100 quizzes and worksheets, it's all about applying what they know to solve some really interesting, logic-based problems. Next, we have the math gym. And honestly, the name is perfect. You go to the gym to build muscle, right? Well, this is where kids build their math muscles. Getting lightning fast and super confident with addition, subtraction, multiplication, that's the foundation for everything else. And then there's the arcade, because let's be real, learning has to be fun. After a good session of problem solving, kids can jump in here and play awesome brain games like Magic Squares or business challenges. And here's the cool part, they're still learning. It's almost like learning by stealth. And finally, for all the kids who love a good challenge, there's the arena. This is where they can go head-to-head with their friends, racing the clock to solve problems. It's a great way to test their speed and accuracy and, maybe earn a little bit of friendly bragging rights. Okay, so the platform sounds great in theory. The structure is there, the zones are cool, but what do parents actually think? Does it work in the real world? Let's take a look at what some families are saying. All right, check out this feedback from Supriya Jagadish. I love the words she uses here. Unique, formidable, and thought-provoking. I mean, you can just tell this is a world away from your typical run-of-the-mill math homework. And here's another one from Ashima Tanmar that just hits the nail on the head. She points out that the worksheets enhance a child's logical thinking and problem-solving skills. That's it right there. That's the whole mission in a nutshell. It's not just about math, it's about teaching a new way to think. So when you pull it all together, you've got this intense focus on logic, You have the step-by-step curriculum, the super engaging learning zones. It's pretty clear that this is about something much, much bigger than just acing the next math test.
And that right there is the most important idea of all. This isn't really about boosting grades on a report card. It's about building a problem-solving mindset. It's about teaching kids how to think, not just what to think, and giving them the confidence to tackle any challenge that comes their way. And that's a skill that lasts a lifetime. So really, that's the big question, isn't it? It's about unlocking the logic that's already hidden inside math and turning kids from just being students who memorize into active, engaged problem solvers. It's a pretty powerful idea when you stop and think about it. Thanks for watching.